Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Now, first, we want to remind you that most of the natural state is under a burn ban because of these dry conditions we've been facing, inclusive of all of 5 News Country. Now, what this means is any open outdoor burning of leaves and vegetation along with bonfires are restricted at this time. According to the Fort Smith Fire Marshal's office, you can actually face up to a $500 fine if caught not following those rules. The ban does not, however, prevent you from grilling outside or from using small fire pits. Now, for an updated list of what areas are under a burn ban, you can text us at the number you see right here on your screen, 479-785-5000. We'll send you a link with all that updated information. All right, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. Zach, we're hoping we have some rain in the forecast to alleviate some of this dry conditions out there.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. That's what we've been needing, and we are going to get some wet weather to move in. A little bit more of an active pattern finally returning. We're talking about lift in the atmosphere and moisture, those 2 key ingredients finally coming together. All right, of Monday morning, we're taking a step back and we're looking at radar. There's a couple disturbances moving through the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, moving from southwest to northeast, so we're calling it a southwest flow. One disturbance moving through the Red River Valley, another disturbance kicking up rain Monday morning in southwest Texas. Both these disturbances going to be heading our way, keeping rain chances around for your Monday night, your Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. We're going to track a cold front coming in, and that'll give us a chance for some thunderstorms. All right, future track radar doing a good job taking the scattered shower activity, passing it through. We've got the added cloud cover, some breaks of sunshine. And again, not everyone's going to see the rainfall as we go through your Monday night, or your Tuesday, but we certainly are anticipating that we will have some scattered showers around. So some off and on rain. You can take the umbrella with you, have the rain jacket just in case. Some of you use it. Others, you might not. But the rain chance does continue overnight into Tuesday. We'll get a batch of rain to work through, again, continuing in that southwest flow. So we're finally in that active pattern. Could even get a rumble of thunder. The best chance for rain Monday night into Tuesday morning, maybe more north of I-40. We'll watch that for you. We'll continue with an isolated shower chance Tuesday. Temperatures for your Monday going to be topping out mostly in the upper 70s, a few low 80s, again, some peaks of sunshine. We'll carry a 40% chance of rain north of I-40 Monday night into Tuesday morning, a 30% chance near and south of I-40 with scattered cloud cover and temperatures a little warmer. Some changes in the atmosphere. We've got south flow bringing in a warmer and more moisture-rich air mass. Doesn't cool off as much. So the next couple of mornings will mostly be in the lower to mid 60s. So yeah, some changes on the way, and that could lead to a little more instability in the atmosphere. We'll watch for the threat for some thunderstorms along a cold front Wednesday. The best chance right now for some of those thunderstorms may be a little bit better east of I-49. We'll watch that. This is Wednesday. That frontal boundary will start coming through late morning into the afternoon. Some thunderstorms trying to build back through 5 Country off towards the southwest. Better chance for more widespread thunderstorms to the east of us. But Joe, we'll have to watch. If we do get some of these thunderstorms to get going, we could have a few strong wind gusts and potential for some damaging hail to mix in. We'll, of course, keep our eyes on that for the next few days.
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Now, in other news, bird flu is now in Arkansas. According to state and federal agricultural officials, this started with an outbreak of sick birds on a farm in Madison County. The illness killed many of them, and testing has now confirmed they were infected by the bird flu virus that has been sweeping the globe this year. Now, this strain has been detected in most U.S. states and countries all over the world. It has already led to more than 47 million birds being euthanized here in the U.S., including all the birds on the affected farm. Arkansas was one of the last states left untouched by a large wave back in the spring. But with birds now flying south for the winter, we are now facing a new wave. The virus is now believed to be spreading between wild birds. This disease is not a serious health threat, though, to people, but it can be very dangerous to chickens and turkeys. This year's outbreak is sending egg prices soaring, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture warns your Thanksgiving turkeys will cost more than normal, and they could be smaller. And advocates for thousands of Americans being pardoned say it's a start, but there's a long way to go. Ian Russell sat down with those who work with people who have past marijuana convictions and shares their story.
That millions of people can't vote, millions of people can't work, millions of people can't get government assistance. That doesn't make sense.
Years of waiting have all led to Thursday's announcement for law professor Andre Douglas Pond Cummings.
Why are we treating some of our citizens as if they're disposable.
As co-director of the Center for Racial Justice and Criminal Justice Reform at UALR's William H. Bowen School of Law, he's seen firsthand the issues that can come from marijuana convictions. But President Biden officially pardoned 6,500 United States citizens with prior marijuana charges on Thursday.
This is the first step in the right direction. We begin by declassifying marijuana as a Schedule I drug.
The president has also called for changing the severity of marijuana. Currently, it's on the same level as drugs like cocaine, heroin, and LSD.
Which we know now through research and use statistics that it's just not as significant or serious as those harder drugs.
Somebody actually has done something, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
Melissa Foltz works with Arkansas NORML, an organization focused on changing laws surrounding marijuana, including expungement of past convictions. Like Cummings, she's also worked extensively with those who have had past charges hang over their heads.
They still have that on their records when they go to apply to get a house or to rent. Guess what? They have a felony.
The president has also called for other governors to pardon those with past charges. On Twitter, President Biden said, quote, "Just as no one should be in a federal prison solely for possessing marijuana, no one should be in a local jail or state prison for that reason either." Governor Asa Hutchinson released a statement in response to the president, saying in part, quote, "As governor, I have issued hundreds of pardons to those who have been convicted of drug offenses, but in this time of rising crime, there should be a clear record of law-abiding conduct before pardons are issued."
It makes much more sense to regulate it, to enforce the laws against selling drugs to children, and to allow adults to have the decision, free will, to make a decision as to whether that's something that they want to engage in or not.
Well, there are only 2 more days to get registered to vote in the midterm elections. Here are some important days to keep in mind ahead of that. If you're not registered to vote, you have until October 11th. Now, that's tomorrow. After that, early voting in the state begins on October 24th, which all leads up to Election Day on November 8th. Also happening, the League of Women Voters of Washington County is hosting the first of 2 planned forums today. You can hear from local candidates for county judge as well as state legislative races. Now, that'll happen in the reception room of the Fayetteville Public Library at 5:30 this evening. The second forum is set for next Wednesday, the 19th. And tonight at 7 o'clock, the Northwest Arkansas branch of the NAACP and the Links Incorporated present Meet Your Candidates. It's all part of the online webinar. Candidates will introduce themselves, share their platforms, and answer questions from voters. For more information, just check out NWA-NAACP.org. And for 3 days this week, the University of Arkansas is waiving its standard application fee for students from Arkansas. From Thursday to Saturday, in-state applicants for undergraduate admission won't have to pay the usual fee. The Office of Admissions is partnering with the Office of the Chancellor on the offer. To take advantage of the free application, students can check out the university's website and click the free application days box. And with funding from the American Rescue Plan, Boys and Girls Club members here in Arkansas can now use virtual reality to explore their career options. S5 News reporter Jose Carranza shows us it's more than just a game.
To be able to show their parents, like, hey, I did this today. And they're like, wait, what did you do? Oh, yeah, I was changing the oil on a car. Or, I was in a manufacturing plant. And they're like, wait, what are they doing at the Boys and Girls Club?
Arkansas teens are getting access to unique learning tools. Around the state, Boys and Girls Clubs are using Transfer VR.
We serve over 3,000 youth here in Northwest Arkansas. We have 5 different locations, and we provide a safe, fun environment for kids to play, learn, and grow.
The program lets users train in certain career paths, all with just a VR headset. Transfer Representative Taj Meekum says it's an easy and accessible tool that anyone could use.
Before, we had it just on paper, go through. Maybe it's a textbook, maybe it's a video we got to see. Those were great, but this is work-based experience learning where they're actually doing the job in a safe environment, one-on-one with a digital coach.
It's a friendly way, it's a fun way to use technology in a way that the kids relate to. And again, it's really fun because they feel like they're playing video games, but they're getting exposed to all these various different careers.
With more career pathways in the works and ideas of field trips to physical career areas, these tools could provide users a gateway into a successful career.
They're really neat that we're helping them provide opportunities, again, for youth to safely try in the headset. And then from there, they can go on and take it to that next level. And then from there, once they're in high school, they can go in and get internships, and even on to, is it starting to college internships, apprenticeships, pre-employment training.
In Bentonville, covering News Where You Live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
Well, meanwhile, the annual Channel 5 Give Where You Live food drive is now underway. In total, we'll be giving out about 80,000 pounds of turkeys, but other non-perishable foods are still needed. Now, if you'd like to help, you can buy $10 or $15 donation bags already filled with non-perishable food items at any area Harps grocery store. Or you can take canned goods to participating Armstrong Bank locations in Fort Smith. The Give Where You Live food drive lasts through the 23rd. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Join us again right here tomorrow for more. Have a great Monday.